Hello, everyone. Good to see you again here on Fireside, Second Life, and Instagram. Welcome to another session of Love Your Love Muscle. I'm Seb, founder of the Transformational Meditation Group, and your host for today. Well, actually, every session after New Year, we will get some guests on board. Love Your Love Muscle is a show about heart focused living, heart focused meditations, every week a different theme, and of course, a guided meditation. So, welcome back, everyone. Good to see some familiar faces as well. Vintage Spells, good to have you on Instagram. And let's see, Rimael, good to have you back on Second Life as well. And our guest on Fireside. Awesome. Okay, the theme for today is suffering and being okay with suffering. So, why should it be okay to suffer? Well, let me explain. I took some notes. So, but actually, suffering is, of course, something that is present in everybody's life. Not always, of course, that wouldn't be good if you're suffering for many years every day. But suffering occurs now and then. Sometimes we feel bad, something bad happens, and we suffer. It is part of life. It's also what makes life life. And it actually is a tool for growing as well, as I will explain. There are several ways to deal with suffering, and the most well known one is the one that isn't the best one. That is suffering and then hiding it, hiding your suffering, or numbing the feelings from suffering down because of using alcohol, for example, using alcohol or other addictions. There are so many distractions and addictions in our life that it's easy to hide those feelings and hide the suffering. And doing that is actually making things worse because there's a reason there's so much suffering on this planet, and that's because of people hiding it, numbing it down with drugs or alcohol, or actually just being very busy taking their minds off their suffering, of that episode, of that bad feeling. And doing that actually doesn't make the suffering go away. There's one thing I would recommend doing for people that feel suffer, that feel bad, that is really living through that suffering. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, get through those feelings, experience those feelings, give them a place, and that really gives the opportunity to grow, and that really ends the suffering as well. If you allow yourself to feel bad, if you allow yourself to experience the feelings. The thing that happens often in a Western society, and especially with guys, I'm still very worried about the guys because so few guys meditate, or they do it alone, hiding it from everyone, and aren't able to talk about experience they have with meditation and dealing with suffering through meditation. Because what happens when you do meditation, especially heart-focused meditation, and what I see often as well, those that start with heart-brain coherence for the first time, I had it a couple of times during my summer meditations, out in the nature reserve behind my house. New people are coming that never meditated before, and they hold on to a lot of suffering, a lot of feelings and emotions that they try to hide inside themselves. And more often than not, the moment they start breathing through their heart, focusing on their heart, and their nervous system starts to balance itself and calm down, the floodgates open, and not only because of tears, but all those hidden feelings, all those suffering that they try to hide away, it comes to the surface. Some start to cry and then think it's a bad meditation. Actually, it's a good meditation because now you are opening those doors that were closed, and you are allowing yourself to get through that suffering. and really experience it and experience the feelings and emotions with it. And doing that and allowing yourself to do that actually makes you grow and turns the suffering into knowledge. The emotions from the event you run through, you process, and you are again left with the knowledge that you can take into the future and create a better future or a new future and use it as an active tool for manifestation. And that's something I want to do with you right now, doing a heart-brain coherence and just a normal heart-brain coherence. And as we breathe through our heart, many of you know what we're doing when we say breathe through our heart. Just allow yourself to feel feelings and emotions. You can think back about a time in your life where you felt suffering, where you were in a bad situation, and just if you want to, try to not relive that moment, but just feel those feelings and emotions that come up with when you think about that period where you felt bad. So allow yourself to explore, and then we, of course, do something with it. We turn that negative energy or that suffering into something positive. So just follow along. You can do this type of technique whenever you feel bad, actually. It is a sort of forgiveness, sort of allowing yourself to feel emotions, allowing yourself to feel a little negative, because that's part of life too. Not everything can be positive. Allow yourself to feel that way and know that it is okay. Okay, let's get started. Find a comfortable position. Make sure you have good enough support. Let me see if there are some questions. Nope. That's good. Feel free to come with comments and questions at the end of the session as well. All right, let's get started. As always, and especially for those that had a long day and had a lot of things going on, you might want to settle down and center yourself by taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Fill those lungs with air. Lower your shoulders as you breathe out through your mouth. Close your eyes. Relax your muscles, relax your jaw. Breathe all the way out before you breathe in again. Through your nose and out through your mouth. And lower your shoulders. Feel yourself getting centered. Feel yourself getting ready. And take another nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let the day go and feel yourself getting ready, centered. Self-care, self-love. This is for you. Breathe normally. Just breathe like you usually do. And then try to breathe a little slower and a little deeper. A little slower and a little deeper. This is just to tell your body that it is in a safe place. Notice where you feel your breath the most. Where in your body do you feel your breath the most right now? Do you feel your breath the most in your nostrils? Do you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat? Or maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy? notice where you feel your breath the most. Put your focus there, put your attention there, on that spot. And notice how you are breathing through that focus point you have there right now. Notice the air flowing in and flowing out through that point. Very good. Now let's move our focus point into our heart space. So become more aware of your heart. Focus on your heart space, and you can help by putting your hand on your chest right there where your heart is. Focus on your heart. Sense it. And then imagine that you are breathing through your heart. Just like we did breathing through that point where we felt our breath the most. Now breathe through your heart. Just imagine breathing through your heart. Nice and calm. Calm, deep breaths through your heart. And allow yourself to open up. Open your heart space, breathe through your heart. And allow yourself to feel. If you have any challenges in life right now, if you're suffering with something right now, feeling bad about something right now, it's okay. Allow yourself to feel as you breathe through your heart. You don't have to hide anything. You are in your private space. If you feel tears coming up, that's okay too. Allow yourself to feel. In this case, feeling is healing. Allow yourself to feel emotions. You're allowed to feel not only the positive emotions, but of course the negative emotions too. If you feel anger, that's okay. It's not forbidden to feel angry. Allow yourself to just feel that anger. Acknowledge it, that you have feelings of anger. Don't act on them, but just acknowledge that you have those feelings. That you feel sad about something. Breathe through your heart. Allow yourself to feel. If you notice your mind wandering off, your thoughts being all over the place, just get back to your breath, get back to your heart, without any judgment, and just continue where you left off. Allow yourself to feel. If there's anything you're struggling with, anything you have difficulties with right now, know that it's okay. And you are allowed to feel those feelings attached to those situations, those thoughts. It's only human. And if you feel guilt, if you're struggling with guilt, forgive yourself. Acknowledge that you made a mistake. Just tell yourself that you forgive yourself. You learned from the situation. Very good. Keep breathing through your heart and know that it is okay to feel bad sometimes. It is okay to have negative feelings and emotions sometimes. Allow yourself during these meditations to experience the feelings, emotions that are connected to certain situations where you were struggling, suffered, felt bad. Feeling is healing. Now, before we get back, just sense your body, sense your being. Become aware of your whole body, your whole being. And in your mind's eye, give yourself a warm, loving hug, an embrace. A warm embrace. A forgiving embrace, a loving embrace. And feel that warmth, that care run through your body. Give yourself a virtual hug, to say it that way. Fill your whole body with care, compassion, gratitude, warmth. Very good. Now let's slowly get back. Hold on to those warm feelings. Appreciate yourself. Notice the room you are in right now. Become more aware of the room you are in right now. Become aware of any sounds in the room. Breathe normally. And on your next exhale, slowly move your body back and forth and from side to side. And when you are ready, wiggle with your fingers and toes. And open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great work, everyone. And if you had something you struggled with, you were suffering with, felt bad about, and I hope you allowed those feelings to come up, explore those feelings, acknowledge that they are there, and run through them. That's the whole deal. Hiding it often gives you more trouble. Often it gives you more trouble in the end. It just stays stuck there. And numbing it down with whatever addiction you choose. There are so many distractions we have around us, so many things we can do to hide those feelings of suffering. But the problem is we hide it, but they come to the surface one time and we actually never do something with it, and we don't grow from them. Often people, if you notice, if you have successful people you admire, that have profound ideas in life, that express themselves in almost spiritual ways sometimes. If you go and ask them, or maybe read their biography, because often they have that too, you will notice that in their past, they often have suffered a great deal. And what they've done is that they ran through that suffering, they experienced it, they allowed themselves to experience it, and they learned from it. It gave them much information about life itself, instead of hiding it and trying to numb everything down. They have experienced it, they went through it. And that's something you can do with heart-brain coherence meditations, not only because you're opening your heart, you're balancing your nervous system, and those hidden feelings and emotions that you kept inside to come easily to the surface. It also allows you to become more resilient, but because you're going through these emotions and feelings. So yeah, don't hide it. Allow yourself to feel bad sometimes. It's okay. It's part of life. Suffering is part of life. And instead of seeing it as a negative thing, turn it into something positive. Know that by going through it, with the help, for example, with meditation, or talking in a group, talking to other people, friends, family about it, you go through those feelings and emotions and you grow because of it. And it actually, because you're dealing with that suffering, you make that suffering, not go away, but you change the energy from an emotional state to less emotional and more knowledgeable. Okay. I hope to see you back next week, maybe already on Thursday for our Just Meditate session. That will only be on Fireside. And for those that aren't on Fireside and are on Second Life on Instagram, I hope to see you back next week for another Love Your Love Muscle. If you have any questions, if you have any comments or suggestions, you can shoot them out now or comment later on by sending me a message. That's okay too. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take good care. Be safe. Namaste.